It's been so cool for me as a mom and as the head of the NYCLU to watch the annual Broadway Stands Up for Freedom evolve. It started out as my daughter Liana's high school graduation present to the NYCLU because she felt the NYCLU had given so much to her as she was growing up, watching us do our thing and sitting around as we wrote press releases and stuff, and also as she interned with our Teen Health Initiative. What started out as a cute little evening with Liana and her friend Eric Bergen and Dana Steingold, who were all camp friends from Stage Door Manor, has become transformed into a mega evening with Tony Award winners and superstars from every show on Broadway coming out for the NYCLU. Some of the most exciting folks from Broadway come out, and that's because the NYCLU is really important to the future of the arts, to the ability of artists to do their thing, to give voice to their sometimes ordinary and sometimes offensive and sometimes cutting-edge thoughts without fear of censorship. And when they get censored, they know that the NYCLU will come to their aid.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear NYCLU. It's a long title. Happy birthday to you.
You can clap along if you want. Can't help loving that man of mine. Oh yeah, bring it home. Come on, Stephanie. When he goes away. You've been working out, haven't you? It's nice. The rainy day. And when he comes home, the day is fine. The sun will shine. He can come home late as can be. Home without him ain't no home for me. Can't help loving that man. See you on Manhunt, Mr. Michelle Bachman. Have a man.
If I have a friend who doesn't like Broadway or has never been to Broadway, do you think that he or she would still enjoy coming to this show?
Okay, A, why would you be friends with someone who doesn't like Broadway? That's A. B, of course everyone would like this show because it's not like boring Broadway music. It's all crazy belting and it's great comedy. Yeah, it's such a fun show. I mean, yeah, if you watch horrible America's what is it, America's Got Talent, that crap fest, you're gonna love this show. I'm Steve Dudetsky. I've worked on Broadway for around 20 years. I have my own radio show on Sirius XM on Broadway. I'm also known for music directing and hosting the NYCLU benefit every year. It's 1 million Broadway people. Maybe Kathy Gifford will be making an appearance. She's standing over there. It's a wonderful organization, and they really just stand up for the Constitution, and that's what I love about them. I love hosting it. I music direct it. I do my own stand-up comedy. And I love their tote bag. Is that a good endorsement?
Yes.
I'm out.
Thanks.
Excellent.
Now everybody out.
I knew you would kill it, Seth. Thank you very much.
The New York Civil Liberties Union is one of the nation's foremost defenders of civil liberties and civil rights.
Founded in 1951, it's the New York affiliate of the American Civil Liberties Union. We are a not-for-profit, nonpartisan organization with 8 chapters and regional offices and nearly 50,000 members across the state.
Our mission is to defend and promote the fundamental right. Bill of Rights, the U.S. Constitution, the New York Constitution, including freedom of speech and religion, the right to privacy, equality, due process of the law for all New Yorkers. We believe that all New Yorkers have inalienable rights that cannot be taken away by the government or by majority vote. They are freedom of speech, press, petition, and assembly, freedom of religion, privacy, due process of law, equality before the law. The NYCLU fights for civil liberties and civil rights through a multi-layered program of litigation, advocacy, public education, and community organizing.
We represent ordinary people who have experienced injustice and have decided to fight back. Our clients are men and women, rich and poor, gay and straight, black, white and brown, young and old, religious and atheist, able-bodied, and living with a disability, citizens, and immigrants.
In the video, all the way to on your perspective. Oh my God. I felt like I didn't pronounce any words. Just babbling.
You're the champion. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic.
Wait.
And then a mighty roar will start the sky to cry. But not even lightning will be frightening my lion. And with no fear inside, no need to run, no need to hide. You're standing strong and tall. You're the bravest of them all. If that courage you must fall, then just keep on trying and trying and trying. You're a lion in your own way. Be
My name is Kat. I work with the New York Civil Liberties Union. I am a project assistant for reproductive and LGBT rights. So what I do is offer support to all of our reproductive and LGBT rights work. So it covers everything from advocacy to legislative to legal. What I love about it is that I can see the direct change that we cause within our organization. So be it women who call that want to know their breastfeeding rights in public or on campus, minors wanting to know their reproductive health care rights, as far as confidentiality, and then also an LGBT student who wants to get legal advice due to harassment at school. What I love about New York is this place right here. It's called Gin. It's on the Lower East Side. They have an amazing sushi happy hour every day during the week. And the best part's on Saturday, the happy hour is from 12 to 7. So there's definitely been a time or two I've stayed here for brunch, lunch, and dinner with all my friends, and I absolutely love it.
The Giuliani administration adopted this slogan for the police: courtesy, professionalism, and respect. The movement of people who are demanding police accountability and an end to the really massive police abuses that are felt particularly among communities of color under the Bloomberg-Kelly administration. That campaign is called the Communities United for Police Reform. That too is CPR, but that's the kind of CPR that would put some teeth into courtesy, professionalism, and respect, and would improve the lives, the quality of life, and of hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of New Yorkers, and end the regime of a two-tiered system of law enforcement, where if you're white and well-heeled, the presumption of innocence follows you everywhere. But if you're a person of color living in a low-income neighborhood or high-crime neighborhood, you're automatically a suspect, which is devastating to lots of people in New York City, and undermines the relationship of trust that should be there between communities and the police.
And I think this is really important for me to emphasize, that it really wasn't about getting down on the police. I think they really do serve, and the majority of them are really trying to do right by the citizen. I think that it's really much more a situation of, even when something is successful, like now crime rates down more than ever, we have to be even more aware of how much power we give over to them. And I think, and really monitoring that authority that they have, because there's a tendency for us to feel comfortable to give up authorship of what they're doing.
Broadway stands up for freedom. It's really a unique and wonderful event in the New York landscape.
And raise your glass to the good and the evil.
This is really the only event that is both a super fun event and also weaves in the content of civil liberties and civil rights. It's kind of a misnomer to call it Broadway only, because this isn't your grandmother's Broadway. This is sort of the young hip Broadway. These are the people who are in the younger, more exciting shows in the last 10 or 15 years. And they're coming in and not necessarily even doing show tunes. They're doing stuff that matters to them, a rock song, a pop song, a humor song, and talking about the issues.
Populism, yeah, yeah. Populism, yeah, yeah. Populism, yeah, yeah. Populism, yeah, yeah. This is the age of Jackson.
It's just a one-of-a-kind, fun, unique event, and our summer associates always say it's the highlight of the summer.
What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding?
The marriage between art and politics need not necessarily be an S&M relationship.
At 5, 6, it went like this.
They say, hey, I'm from Shy, but
I saw Broadway Stands Up for Freedom in the summer of 2009. It was just fantastic. This was just such a quintessentially New York evening. It is fun, it's exciting. The entire night is just full of people who are so talented. This was one of the best, if not the best event of the entire summer, I think. Everyone goes to law school, at least in part with the idea that they would like to give back to the community in some way and engage in these types of civil rights and civil liberties issues that are so important to all of us. And it was great to have an event that incorporated that as opposed to just an event geared to having fun.
You told me you'd take me under your wing. You told me why all the Christians sing. You told me I had to do something, it was no sin. You said I felt so young inside. You told me why Lenny Bruce had died. You told me to just open wide and let you in. You asked me, do you understand? You asked me, do you understand? You asked me, do you understand? And oh, America, crushed on Selma. You took me as we watched Scooby and Velma. You took me as you overwhelmed my habeas corpus. You asked me, do you understand? You asked me, do you understand? You asked me, do you understand? And oh, America, oh, America, oh, America, your promised land. You left me at the Berlin Wall. You left me watching Lucy fall. You left me in the men's room stall without warning. I waited for you to come into sight. I gave up when the dawn turned white. And now I see the cold, clear light of the morning. I'm asking, do you understand? I'm asking, do you understand? I'm asking, do you understand? Oh, America, oh, America, oh, America. I loved you at the Trail of Tears. I loved you on the set of Cheers. I loved you facing all your fears. Wasn't that you?
Say a prayer for those who are waiting, and for those who haven't come. Say a prayer for
When I was in my second semester senior year of high school, I kind of decided that with a few of my closest friends from the performing arts camp I went to, Stage Door Manor, that we would basically put on a little show at the end of the year, the school year. And it just seemed kind of silly to put on a show. We should do this for a purpose. There should be a reason behind this. We decided to do it for the NYCLU. The next few years, it was kind of a small thing that we would invite family and friends to who were enthusiastic and supportive about me and my singing, and wanted to come and kind of share the night with me and my family and my friends. It is really cool to see how it's grown, but it's also stayed kind of the same in that it really roots back to the NYCLU. It's not just a night of music, and by the way, please write us a check. It's really a part of the evening. We want the audience to walk away feeling excited by the musicians and the artists and the performers, but we also want them to feel excited about what the NYCLU is doing and what they've done.
War is not healthy for children and other living things.
At the top of the NYCLU legislative agenda statewide is passing a long overdue bill to provide basic employment protections for farm workers. It's the Farm Workers Bill of Rights. Right now, they don't have protections that other New Yorkers have against having to work long hours without being paid for overtime. It's about time that we protected farm workers the way all New Yorkers deserve to be protected.
Hi, my name is Tony. I'm the grant writer for the NYCLU. And what that means is that I write grant proposals and send them to foundations in order to raise money for our programming. One of the things I love about New York is the availability of authentic foods. Right now we're standing in front of Awash. It's an authentic Ethiopian restaurant on the Upper West Side. Awash is by far one of my favorite restaurants in the city, and it's also a family favorite. I've tried other Ethiopian restaurants in the city, and this one by far beats it. The ambiance, quality, and mouth-watering texture of the food is fantastic.
In 2004, a brilliant woman and lawyer friend of mine convinced me to be the plaintiff in the marriage lawsuit. When I began that process, the NYCLU and Donna Lieberman was by my side, and they have remained by my side. And so on June 24th, finally, the governor signed a bill that said that as of yesterday, my partner's birthday, he and I have the same rights as all of my straight colleagues, the right to a marriage license. And it is with great pride and pleasure that I present to the NYCLU and to Donna, my friend, a pen certificate of the original bill signed by Governor Cuomo.
Feminists don't have a sense of humor. Oh, ammonia, how you take the stain away. How do I get you alone? As we stumble, bumble, fumble,
Every advance of reason, every advance of justice, every advance in civil society is preceded and followed by centuries of struggle. There will surely be backlashes against this progress we celebrate tonight. There will be still many wars to fight and many obstacles to overcome. But let us remember our roots. We are the children of Emma Goldman and Hallie Flanagan, of Martin Luther King and Cesar Chavez, of Judy Shepard and of Roger Baldwin, of Harvey Milk and Larry Kramer, of Rosa Parks and Howard Zinn, and of thousands of others, heroes and heroines, that the pages of history have not recorded their names. So in a time like today, a time of celebration, let us honor all those who've come before us. Let us remember their struggles, let us praise their imagination, and let us thank our brothers and sisters at all organizations like the New York Civil Liberties Unions, who like actors, writers, directors, and designers, help us turn into reality that which we dream. Thank you.